Okay, hello and welcome everyone to New Moon 2021, Cycle 1, also known as All Stars. So, this is going to be our first stream for the start of 2021, so hopefully you'll enjoy the stream. So, before we start, I'm just going to say a mini announcement. So, as many of you know, we've opened our Ko-Fi page at the end of last year, and the support that everyone has shown us so far was amazing. We've already met all of our initial goals, which was very very big surprise for me to see all the support and love that everyone had. So we'll be working on updating our Ko-Fi page soon, adding new goals and maybe new donation incentives, so stay tuned. And we will be doing a shout out to everyone that donated during the break before the end of the stream. So thank you again, and hopefully you'll enjoy today's stream. Okay, so for today's stream, the format is going to be All Stars. So to briefly explain what that means, this is a format for normal BN6 where all players have access to all the different crosses. So players can select 5 from either version and they play with them, so we might see Falzar crosses in Gregor and vice versa. And before we start, so just briefly to explain what New Moon is and how the tournament works for any new watchers. So New Moon is our weekly round robin tournament series, which goes through public setups. That means that after the tournament starts, everyone is able to see what everyone else is playing, and it's played throughout the week, so people have plenty of opportunities to play their matches based on their availability. So it's really good. It's really good for people to help participation. And yeah, so anyone can join for next week's cycle, which will also be All Stars. So make sure to join the N1GP Discord and check the tournament channel. You can use !Newmoon in the N1GP Discord, and you'll be given information on how to sign up. And signing up will end today at 10 PM PST. So make sure to put in your submissions before then. Alright, so for today's stream we're going to be joined by Symes on commentary. Hello Symes.
Yeah, hello. I think it's been a little while since I've done commentary, so it's definitely good to be back on the mic.
Yeah.
So looking forward to seeing the new All-Stars format today for sure.
Yeah, indeed, it's good to have you back. And alright, let's head right into our first match with Alien Prog vs Uvu.
Yeah, it's the first time all year I've done commentary, so that's pretty exciting.
Indeed, and it's been a year since the last stream, so it makes sense.
Yeah, so we've got as you said, Alien Prog versus Uvu, and I think this is Alien Prog's first new moon.
Yeah,
so it's always good to see new players join. And we've seen Uvu in a few new moons before, so...
Yeah, so as you can see on the screen, both sides have the option of which crosses they've chosen to play and which version they're from. So for Alien Prog, they decide to go with SoulXCross, Erase Cross from Gregor, and Tomahawk, Dust, and Tengu crosses from Falzar.
Yeah, and for Uvu, we see Spout Cross, Tengu Cross, and Tomahawk Cross from Falzar, along with Erase Cross and Charge Cross from Gregor.
Yeah, so I think this format, the ability with selecting different crosses, will give it very huge versatility, especially with one of the things that we see Alien Prog decide to go for is Dust Cross. I think Dust Cross is going to be a very common thing we're going to see.
Yeah, I think we're going to see a lot of Dust Cross. What we don't see from Alien Prog is we don't see the first barrier to protect Dust Cross from things like a Raceman or Magnum, so we could see Alien Prog instead of going for SoulXCross on the first turn, deciding to save it for later in the match. So that will be interesting to look out for.
Yeah, and Alien Prog does have 3 machine guns, but on the other side we see that Uvu decided against throwing SoulXCross, which might be basically a meta pick because everyone is going for ways to counter Dust. So by deciding to not play Dust, then you can avoid being decrossed basically.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is what we've similar to what we've usually seen from Uvu folders in the past. We see the tank cannon reg. We see the A code with it looks like the chips for the Master Cross PA. So it'll be fun to see if Uvu can pull that off here in this match.
Yeah, Master Cross is always hyped to see, especially with all of the different crosses. So I actually don't know how it will act with selecting different crosses. Is it based on the version or the crosses you have?
I think it will still just be based on the version, but I guess we're gonna find out. And then for Alien Prog, yeah, we see this M code here with the Golem hit, the M boomers, the machine guns, the Risky Honey.
Yeah,
and of course Muramasa.
M code is pretty strong code. There's a lot of multi-hitting chips, there's a lot of high damaging, especially going with Tomahawk Cross. But we also see the Q4, so a very common combo I believe will be SoulXCross and then trying to dig for Colonel Force as fast as possible to try to get in all of that damage.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be very interesting to see the this is almost in some ways like a reverse Gigas format. You can see the falls or crosses with a Q-Force or the Gregor crosses with a hub batch, so we'll see how that goes.
Alright, well let's head into our first match and see how it turns out.
And it looks like we're seeing this from Alien Prog's perspective.
Okay, so we see that red machine gun and then taking a Navi into some defense. We already know that Ubu isn't running beat or rush, so any chips being used are going to be safe from Alien Prog. We'll see if Ubu is going to reply with their own red chip, Tank Cannon 1, and if that's going to connect. Tank Cannon is one of the most interesting chips, I believe. Because, I mean, maybe not interesting, but it's really fun to see. Sometimes it can be easy to avoid if the opponent's expecting it. But you see when it's used, people often just stay in place. They don't know how to react to it, so that's always fun.
Yeah, no, we see Uvu, so we also see Uvu here as using the humor bug.
Nice.
Oh, and looks like that tank cannon had a white pill on it.
That shield almost blocked that machine gun, but then with the final hit removed the anti-damage into this Elements map for freeze. Ooh.
And we see Uvu here has the got a full synchro proc from the humor bug, but unfortunately while in this frozen status he won't be able to take advantage of that.
Yeah, so do you explain how emotion bug works for people that aren't familiar with it?
Yeah, so I don't remember the exact details on like the rates on it, but basically with emotion bug you'll constantly cycle between a normal emotion, the tired emotion, full synchro, and anger.
Yeah. And
a full synchro and anger both give you double damage on your chip, so it can actually be very powerful. For it to work though, you have to stay in base Mega Man, which is what we're seeing here from Uvu. And it's kind of ironic in this format to see because the main gimmick of this format is that you have the both versions crosses. So to see a baseman build's pretty funny.
Yeah, so we saw in the last turn at the end there, Alien Prog ending with these bees and being able to block that second tank cannon, which is, I believe, the final one in the folder.
Yeah, and we see now here already the Kernel
Ooh.
Force from Alien Prog, so this could really hurt Uvu here.
It will be on neutral area, so it won't be as much damage, but it still will be huge if it fully connects. Let's see if Uvu has anything against it. Invisible. Oh, Habatch comes out. Is there anything else? Defense? Ah, using shield to protect against some of it. Nice.
Oh, does manage to dodge the Windrak, otherwise that already would have been the game.
Yeah, that was really good use of shield, and then at the end mashing it to dodge the Windrak. But now let's see if Alien Prog is going to finish off the game, or are we looking at a comeback?
Uvu doesn't have any recovery chips in his folder, so I'll make it a lot trickier to pull off this comeback. Yeah,
but we do see few good combo potential chips from Uvu, like Bees or Eloq Pulses as well, especially and that PA. Oh! Wait, did that have a white capsule?
I'm not sure. I don't see any white capsules in Alien Prog's folder.
Oh wow, that might have been basically a frame packet thing that happened. And yeah, so it looks like I think that's Alien Prog in chat saying they hit at the same frame, so that was before flashing applied, which ended the game there.
Oh, manages to shield the Element Sword. That was a great play from Uvu. Now getting the Spoutman SP. It looks like Alien Prog had another invisible after, so I'm not sure why they didn't use that to TFC the Spoutman.
That was really good stuff for Alien Prog, dealing a lot of damage, especially with the counter hit with the machine gun. That gave a lot of value. I think that was 400 just from the machine gun. Ooh, now we see the Element Sword again. You don't really see Element Sword that often, but these fields have been really helpful with that.
Yeah, especially with the M Boomer to set it up.
Unfortunately, this Erase Man misses, but this chip charge. Oh! Anti-damage was procced, which interrupted that chip charge, leaving Alien Prog with one unused chip at the end of the hand. Ooh, but we do see that Last Man SP.
Yeah, and we already see a very early Q-Force draw here as well.
Ooh. I'm not sure if that was an intentional TFC, but doing the process with Judgment could be a good value. Ooh, that will remove the invis from Alien Prog, because the way yeah, so that will decross, at least it wasn't grass. But yeah, so Element Man Ice removes the opponent's flashing, so if that was applied after invis, that means that invis will be gone as well.
Yeah, and staying behind that ice cube saved Uvu from the Proto Man there. This round, despite the Blast Man SP connecting on the Tomahawk Cross, this round's much closer than the last one, so...
Yeah, but now...
With this Q-Force, that could be the game.
Q-Force does hit behind cubes because it's similar to Vulcan, and yeah, there it goes, finishing off that game. And that was a very quick match. I think this format in general has matches that are much shorter than normal BN6, which is interesting.
Yeah, and I think neither player had the full amount of defense you could have in a folder there. It looks like they both only had 2 invisible and anti-damage instead of all 3, so...
I see, yeah. But yeah, well played to both sides. That was a fun match to watch. Now we're heading into our next one with BitMuffin vs Symes.
Yeah, so for BitMuffin, we see a Elec and a SoulXCross from Gregor, and then Tomahawk, Tengu, and Dust for Falzer.
Yeah, so we see that Dust Cross again. So some of these crosses are going to be very common because of how much utility they give. So Dust Cross allows you to put some of your chips at the back of your folder, which makes it much easier to find your main win conditions, like in this example, Destroy Pulse, or in the previous match was Colonel Force.
Yeah, we see a BitMuffin here with the with the J code folder with the Destroy Pulse, the Recovery 300s, and both players here with a hub batch.
And I also see that BitMuffin's running that Neo Vari, which is my favorite chip, so always giving that a thumbs up. It's always fun to see, especially that double life sword, and it can be a very strong chip as well.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we don't have the Tengu cross on Symes, so BitMuffin won't be able to get the full value out of the Neo Vari sword against Tengu cross.
Yeah, so Symes is also running B code with some splash with recoveries and hub badge, but we see these 3 machine guns again, but this time we see more focused on the Gregor charge shots in 5 area grabs and Dust Cross to try to find hub badge as soon as possible.
Yeah, Symes seems to be focusing more on going for a chonk Navi cust with a lot of HP, so Symes will really need to rely on popping that hub batch to get the buster stats for the Gregor crosses, because without popping hub, she'd be pretty weak.
Yeah, and that being said, there is the huge HP buffer, so we're going to see if Symes will end up needing to use all of that, or how BitMuffin is going to apply pressure. Alright, let's head into the match. And yeah, so as Alien Progs mentioned in chat, this is a patch that applied to the normal BN6, and it's called All Stars. It allows either versions to play with any of the 5 crosses from both versions.
Yeah, and it was made by a Lucky Typhlosion, so shoutouts to Lucky for making this patch.
Yeah. Alright, let's head into the match. Okay, so watching from BitMuffin's point of view. We see already 2 pieces of that Destroy Pulse, with one of them being dragged, so and they're going into Dust Cross with that first barrier to protect her as well. I think Dust Cross turn 1, Symes does have full cast as well, so Dust turn 1 is a very safe play, especially with that life aura to lead with. Ooh, the Erasement does connect though. Nice, getting the early turn 1 D-Cross, which is very good value. And now
yeah, usually with a barrier 200, Dust Cross would be pretty safe, but when you have to step into their line to dodge the machine gun, and they also have an Erasement EFC, that's pretty rough. So we'll have to see how Symes can adapt now, already losing Dust Cross.
And we see that PA in hand already, though it might be a bit risky to go straight into that, especially knowing that Symes has full cast drag. So it might be likely that will be popped at some point soon.
Yeah, but this is looking like a great start to the match for BitMuffin here, with the early Dusty Cross and Destroy Pulse, so we'll see if that lands.
Although I'm not really sure if I like the starting with Elec Pulse 1, because Elec Pulse 1 has very long delay after using the chip, so you don't have the opportunity to combo into it as well. Ideally you want to do Windrak or Elec Pulse 2, so let's see if that's going to cause the Destroy Pulse to miss. Ooh, and there is still that barrier 200 that BitMuffin had to deal with. Yeah, so BitMuffin saying in chat that they didn't realize barrier 200 was still on because so when the game goes into the custom screen, sometimes it pauses at the frame where the barrier doesn't show up. So they didn't realize that's what happened, and unfortunately couldn't reply to it this turn or in the second turn. But now going into Tengu to get the back B, and then Destroy Pulse does connect. Nice. Ooh, few hits from the machine gun, doesn't really do much.
Yeah, and so we see Symes going into Charge Cross here because after losing the Dust Cross, it looks like Symes also has Cust Bug.
Yeah.
In the Navi Cust, and so the way Charge Cross works is it gives you an extra chip each turn, like in your cust screen, up to 3 turns, and so that offsets the custom bug. So that will give Symes a lot more time to look for the hub batch or bug fix before getting really limited by the cust bug.
Yeah, so go ahead.
Yeah, that's one of the cool things that this format allows you to do, which can't be done in normal BN6. Having both the Dust and Charge Cross to really help you with getting through your folder. But we see here a counter hit.
Nice, and oh no! Missing that D-Cross with water, that was really unfortunate. That was probably because of the lag.
Yeah, and we see even with the blind status from the Destroy Pulse, Symes is still able to connect with those charge tackles.
Now, BitMuffin is considering going into Invis, maybe recovery, playing it a bit safer, especially seeing how their HP is going a bit down. We'll see if they decide to cross into anything. I don't think we've seen Hub Badge from BitMuffin yet, and Symes already got his Hub Badge, so Symes going to cost 8 and maximum attack. Ooh. Slow Gauge coming out with Life Aura, so this is going to be a very rough turn for BitMuffin, especially with that. Oh, luckily the Eraseman does miss. So this Invis is going to last a bit, but Slashman is one of the highest DPS crosses in the game. So being able to maintain this area uncontested is going to be really rough for BitMuffin. Yeah, they don't have any defense, no shield, so just having to wait there and take that damage, that was really rough.
Yeah, and BitMuffin doesn't really seem to have any breaking chips either to deal with the slash cross, so and no ground cross either, so there isn't really any way for them to deal with it.
You see they decide to go with a bit of recovery. Ooh, and no crossing either. Maybe they could have tried to cross. Actually, yeah, I don't think any of the crosses they have would really help because they already used Tengu to try to push, and yeah, so they just have to try to survive these final hits at least until the area comes back. Ooh, missing one charge shot. Is that going to be enough? Invis coming out, that will interrupt the charge. That could have been where the game ends.
Yeah, but BitMuffin I think already used both of their Recover 300s, so they don't have anything any way left of getting back past this 1 HP, so it's gonna be real rough to try and come back from this.
Yeah, though we might still see Neovari, so that will be really nice. See if that works. BitMuffin does have plenty of area chips, but unfortunately Symes is not going to move back. So even if these area chips, area grabs are used, it's going to still be very difficult to avoid taking that one final hit.
Well, and even if BitMuffin could get their area back and avoid the SoulXCross, at this point all it would take is a regular P shot to end the game. And it looks like now BitMuffin is going to go for the Beast Over play.
Yeah. Yeah, so Beast Over AI for Neovari, it uses one of the commands randomly, and I believe, I mean, in this position, BitMuffin doesn't really have anything else they can really do. At least hoping that Beast Over with Neovari can do some damage, and then maybe next turn trying to go for some other combo with Uluk Pulses. No, so the HP drain from Beast Over doesn't kill it. Puts you down to 1 HP, but you stay at that. And I believe the drain is 1 HP per frame.
Oh, and the Neovari whiffed.
Actually, did Beast Over not use any of the commands? I think that might be the first time I see that.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Maybe Symes used like a screen dimming chip when the Beast Over was trying to input the command. Maybe, I'm not sure. But so yeah, you mentioned the HP drain from the very tired state, but it does a couple other things. You can't use crosses anymore.
Yeah.
So BitMuffin is stuck just in a base Mega Man, and I think it also lowers your Buster stats.
I think either charge or speed's the one that stays at 5, but your attack and the other one go back to 1. And I think even with Hab Batch, I'm not sure if you can bring them back up. I don't think so. Oh, we see that BitMuffin putting that timpani down, though unfortunately that wouldn't protect against that Beast chip charge, which will finish off the game with its auto-homing.
Yeah, now we see a permahole stage here, so we'll see if that if the permaholes play a role here.
So the way permaholes work is that they stay with the original owner, so using any area grabs will be denied and they remain broken regardless of which chips are used. So even things like Grass Seed or Element Man, Ice or Grass keep them broken. And we saw the dust start for both sides, but now Symes going straight with the full cast, deciding to avoid risking being decrossed turn 1 again.
Yeah, and we see here BitMuffin only, I think, threw 3 chips and Dust Chute instead of all 5, so...
Yeah, being able to decide which chips you want to put at the back of your folder is pretty difficult to balance, because sometimes if you throw back all of your start chips or all the chips in one code, then you might end up with 6 different chips, all with different codes depending on how your folder looks. So sometimes you want to hold, sometimes you want to throw all of them. It very much depends on folder composition and the matchup. Ooh. The Blastman SP will unfortunately have to go into the barrier 200, though this might be a good opportunity for a decross, and there it goes. And yeah, it looks like Symes did start with Blind Bug, I believe, again.
Yeah, I think it's only a color bug level 1 though, so it's not too bad.
Ooh,
And now we see the destroy pulse.
Yeah, and we see that Windrak. I'm actually not sure if BitMuffin is aware of how Destroy Pulse works with Windrak and Elec Pulse too. Looks like they will go for Windrak this time. But basically, if the opponent has anti-damage and you lead with Windrak or Elec Pulse 2, then you can basically confirm Destroy Pulse landing when they come back from the anti-damage animation. So I think going into Beast Out will probably be the safer play. And yeah, so BitMuffin side, they will go for that after all.
Yeah, so we'll see if Symes says anything this turn to avoid that.
Ooh, Windrak might be able to get the D-Cross as well, nice! And the Destroy Pulse connecting as well, this is a very big attack. The machine gun getting a D-Cross with 2x as well. Ooh, only one connecting as well, that was very nice movement.
Yeah, so again, this round's going off to a great start for BitMuffin here. And we see the Symes is already down 2 crosses, so... Ooh, and now it looks like BitMuffin's gonna be going for the Erase Beast play with the slow gauge, so this could also be very rough for Symes here.
Starting with that Life Hour, which is very strong defense. And yeah, starting that chip charge as well. Erase goes through defense and invis, so just chip charging everything is going to be good damage. Though I don't think this was with the attack max. So that's still not the ideal amount of damage, but it was still good to apply consistent damage.
Yeah, we see now the hub batch for BitMuffin though, so now BitMuffin will go up to the attack 5. And so these Elec pulses, if BitMuffin looks like he's switching to SoulXCross to get some extra damage on those Elec pulses. One of the few weaknesses that Elec Pulse has is that it has a fairly low base damage, but using it with SoulXCross helps fix that issue.
Yeah, so I see a few people in chat are asking, so this is a modded version of BN6, which is a new format called All Stars, which allows the players to pick 5 of the 10 total crosses and to play with either version. So you can see Falzar players using Gregar crosses and Gregar players using Falzar crosses.
Yeah, and we see here BitMuffin has still has both of their own recovs. I think I saw Symes use both of his earlier. So we'll see what happens next. And both players, I think, have used their hub batch, so both players now have the max attack.
So Mega Man Zero in chat is asking, what stops BitMuffin from running out the clock on Symes HP? I mean, nothing is stopping them from doing that. That's part of the plan, but the problem is that HP drain can be a bit slow. Or do you mean in custom bug? Because
the other big problem for BitMuffin is BitMuffin used both of his Gregor crosses, whereas I think Symes still has 3 Gregor crosses left, and we see here the
ooh, oh no, getting 4 hits, I believe. Ooh, that stats guard ended up working against BitMuffin. That was really rough.
Yeah, so that was like from that turn from the Elec Beast ended up being like 1,000 damage just from the Elec Beast against the Tomahawk Cross.
Yeah, and so to explain the custom HP bug that Destroy Pulse applies, it only ticks when the opponent is in custom, so the person that is hit by the Destroy Pulse is still in custom. Ooh, the race man is going to connect, which is unfortunate. Let's see if Symes has any follow-up. We'll see. Ooh, blast man. And the grab banish finishing of the game, unfortunately, before that Neovari. That was a really close match.
Yeah, taking the 4 hits from a single elect beast charge is pretty brutal for BitMuffin there.
Yeah, that was a really rough turn for BitMuffin.
Yeah, because normally elect beast charge stuns, which is part of what makes it so strong in the first
Yeah.
place. But with the status card from Tomahawk Cross instead, that really worked against BitMuffin there.
But yeah, well played to both sides, and that was a fun match to watch. But yeah, let's head into our next match, being Buster Cannon vs Flop Tart.
Yeah, so the first thing I noticed with Buster Cannon's folder is he's got the Bug Riser sword, which I actually really like for this format. Because we see Buster Cannon with the Dust Cross, Tomahawk Cross, Tengu Cross, and Ground Cross, as well as Erase Cross. So those Falzer crosses will work a lot better with Bug Rise Sword than the normal Gregor crosses would.
Yeah, so usually people running Bug Rise Sword, the main issue with that being it's very low damage compared to Colonel Force, but also sometimes it can be in the back of your folder. So if you're making a folder built around getting that Bug Rise Sword with a lot of area grabs or basically less damaging chips, so then you'll be basically stuck without your win condition for a very long time. But now, thanks to this format, you can see Dust Cross is there, and Dust Cross allows Buster Cannon to go through his folder much more quickly, allowing him to find that win condition and these area grabs, and basically using them to apply consistent, very strong pressure.
Yeah, and then for Flop Tart here, we see the Elect Cross, Slash Cross, Tomahawk Cross, Tengu Cross, and Dust Cross. So far, it looks like a lot of people are using the Tomahawk, Tengu, Dust Cross from Pulsar, and then mixing between different crosses from Gregor. And we see a G-code folder here from Flop Tart with the Heat Dragon, Wood Dragon, Ground Man SP, and the Machine Gun 2, but interestingly it looks like no uninstall.
Yeah, so G-code is one of the codes I'm surprised that we haven't seen more often, to be honest, because it has a lot of D-crosses for the main common ones. So you can have Ground Man for Slash, Machine Gun, Heated both Dragons, so it's a very strong code, especially with uninstall. So I'm not really sure why Flop Tart decided to avoid running the uninstall.
Well, Flop Tart doesn't really have any get-ins or anything that would benefit from the uninstall, so... But in a matchup like this, versus the Bug Riser Sword, it would still be extremely useful to get rid of Buster Cannon's super armor.
Yeah, that being said, Buster Cannon is also running Ground Cross, which is one of the uncommon crosses I believe we're going to see in this format, but it does give super armor, which is basically the main reason why Buster Cannon would want to run that.
Yeah, it's very strong with the bug gigas for getting your super armor back if you've been uninstalled. Because to explain how that works, it's more of a thing for BDT, but both of them have pretty long charge times. And so if you uninstall them and take away their super armor, you can interrupt them from charging the bug gigas and prevent them from ever actually being able to use them. And Ground Cross will give you your super armor back so you can get the charges with them off again.
Yeah, and Flop Tart isn't running Race Cross, which is an interesting decision. Race is one of the more common ones. So their only options for decrossing are the two machine guns and the Erase Man. So going to see how well they try to manage the resources. probably trying to hold on to some of their chips until the end.
Yeah, so it'll be interesting to see how this match goes. We also, one thing Tart has is the bubble wrap, which normally really counters the Bug Rise sword. But Buster Cannon has a Tengu Cross, which can just easily remove the bubble wrap, so we'll also see how that goes.
And as a final thing to mention is that attack plus 30, which the main recipient of that would be Colonel Force. So Colonel Force plus 60 can be a very devastating attack, and again we'll see if that will show up on this match.
Yeah, or even a Beast Over attack plus 30 Colonel Force, which is even more devastating. That would basically just instantly wipe out all of Buster Cannon's HP. So yeah, this match could definitely go either way. So let's see how it goes.
Alright, let's head into the match.
We see here Buster Cannon already has the bug fix, so that will be good for him to make sure no shenanigans with a cust bug happen.
Yeah, that bug fix is always very nice to get turn 1. Ooh. We see that instant machine gun coming out from Tart, but that full cast is going to give Buster Cannon the chance to look through his folder and maybe take some defense.
Yeah, we see the grab revenge there from Buster Cannon, which would actually cancel the machine gun from Tart.
Yeah. And
so we'll see.
Okay, so Buster Cannon is throwing back all of his area grabs. He really wants to get them when he gets his win condition, Bug Rise Sword.
Yeah, that's another issue with Bug Rise Sword folders in a normal format. Like, it's not just that the Bug Rise Sword could be at the back of the folder, but you could be forced to use most of your area grabs before you even get the Bug Rise Sword, but we see here that won't be an issue for Buster Cannon in this game.
And we do see the Erase Man. Oh, was that a normal Erase Man in K-Code?
Yeah, I noticed that Buster Cannon also has the Erase Man EX and SP, which can only be in K-Code, so I guess he must have just accidentally put in a...
But he's
it's even listed on his sheet as star code.
Yeah.
That's pretty unfortunate.
He probably noticed it after this match. I think this might have been his first match for the tournament, so hopefully it was fixed in future matches.
Yeah, and so this rush won't paralyze Buster Cannon here since he's in a Tomahawk Cross.
And now we see that Buster Cannon is losing all of his area, but he does have that grab revenge in hand to regain all of it back, and the turn 2 turn 3 Bug Rise Sword is also going to be very nice.
Yeah, that's pretty lucky that he gave up Dust and then it's still got the Bug Rise Sword pretty early anyways, so we'll see if on the next turn he'll probably use that.
Ooh. Race Man TFC'd by Grab Revenge, which will go off uncontested if Tart had any sort of defense like anti-damage or invis. Anti-damage or life aura, that would have denied the area from going back.
Yeah, Grab Revenge and Grab Banish were changed in 6 to Pierce Invis, and BN5 they didn't, so... We see a freeze here.
Okay.
We also see a Poison Seed from Buster Cannon. You don't really see Poison Seed too often, but it can be a very useful chip.
Yeah, so the plan that Buster Cannon is going for is going to use Slow Gauge to try to get out as much damage as possible through Bug Rise Sword, but also apply the tick damage from Poison Seed.
Yeah, the very useful thing about a Poison Seed is if they don't have float, Poison Seed will basically counter, it will stop Undershirt from making a difference. Because unlike the HP drain from like a Beast Over or a Destroy Pulse, Poison can just, it won't leave you at 1 HP, it will just kill you, so... Oh, and we see a Groundman SP come out from BitMuffin, or from Tart here.
That's going to do a lot of damage, though. That turn ended at the perfect time to allow Buster Cannon to survive just a bit longer to go into the next turn. This could still be anyone's game. This Life Aura could stall out Buster Cannon into the next turn, with which he can apply a lot of pressure.
Yeah, we don't see any... Buster Cannon doesn't have any recovery, but this Life Aura can definitely buy him some more time to make a comeback.
We see that Beast out, so there could be a Colonel Force coming, or chip charging maybe. Ooh, Buster Cannon was holding on to that Grab Revenge, that Life Aura to use in a TFC. And yeah, there was that Q-Force. But now there is the opportunity for Tart to use a Windrak into the next turn to deal with that Life Aura.
Yeah, we do see an Invis from Buster Cannon here, though. Let me check quickly. It looks like Tart does have Rush. I'm not... Oh, I remember
that was
Buster
Prog, yeah.
used that earlier when he was in Tomahawk Cross, so... This Invis should be able to save him here. I'm not sure why he's going for the other chips. Okay, yeah. Just mash out the Invis to survive the Q-Force. Unfortunately for Buster Cannon, though, he still doesn't have those area grabs to allow him to set up the BRS.
Ooh. Nice, getting both recoveries out, but now Buster Cannon is chip charging the second chip, so that's about 400 damage done. That will bring him down to 1 HP, so a single Buster Shot will finish it off. Ooh, that was a bit scary. Okay, that was very close. If Tart ended up missing that Buster Shot, that could have gone into the next turn.
Yeah, so it was a very close round. Even though he missed the Colonel Force, Tart was still able to pull out the win in that first round.
Yes, Buster Cannon's HP is relatively low to start with, and he isn't running any recoveries, so that will definitely make it more difficult for him, especially against very heavy damage output chips like the one Tart has.
And we see here the machine gun coming out from Tart, but Buster Bug also has the warp bug, which as you can see there, it helped him to avoid the machine gun completely and keep his first barrier intact. We now see the barrier 200 and Life Aura. And we also see the Groundman and a Asterisk, which it looks like will just be used to deal with Beat. Because you definitely don't want to throw that Bug Riser sword to Beat. And so we see Tart taking a while to decide on the next turn in Cust here. Oh, and it looks like going for a SoulXCross.
This could be a risky play, especially seeing that Groundman, and it does come out uncontested, unfortunately, which will decross.
Yeah, it looks like the Buster Cannon already removed the flop Tart speed. So yeah, that ground mana did big damage there.
Ooh, and yeah, the life aura will protect Dust and Buster Cannon from being decrossed.
Yeah, and ooh, we could see that Cust bug is starting to set in, but Buster Cannon gets the bug fix just in time. So after losing the first round, Buster Cannon's off to a much better start here in the second round.
Ooh, this Tengu might be a bit scary if Buster Cannon is able to maintain the area and get a decross. The back B, and then the area grab does come down. Ooh, nice.
Oh, and that hole's starting to repair. Yeah, so now Buster Cannon can...
Ooh, that was actually very smart play from Flop-Tart, choosing to be decrossed by the anti-damage, because that protected them from taking 400 instead of the extra 100 that they took.
Yeah, so yeah, that definitely saved Flop-Tart 200 for 200 extra damage there. So it's definitely worth it to just stand there and eat that anti-damage. Now we see a beast out from Buster Cannon here, so as long as he stays in a Falzar beast out, that will give him air shoes.
Yeah. The beast out that you will go to is dependent on the version, on the cross that you have. So as we're going to see here, Dust Cross goes into Dust Falzar, whereas if this gets decrossed, then he will go back into the Gregar beast out.
No, I think the way it works with this patch is you just stay in whatever cross we're in. Okay. So he'd stay in Falzar Beast and keep his air shoes.
I thought that was changed, so that's good to know.
No, I think that oh, now we see the BRS swings coming in from Buster Cannon.
Ooh, that was an unfortunate mistake. Buster Cannon stepped back, causing him to lose the area, and now Flop-Tart is... Yeah.
Using the Sanctuary in the middle of the Wood Dragon, so most of his holy panels are gone too. I don't think we've seen the recover 300s from Flop-Tart yet either, so this is really still anyone's game. This is still very even.
Yeah. Now Buster Cannon is going for a race. He probably wants to chip charge. Ooh, though that lines up. Let's see if he connects. He does. That's very painful, and then the final Buster shot does connect as well, taking us into game 3.
Yeah, that was actually very big, because if Buster Cannon didn't connect with the Element Man Wood, the Fire or Elect would have left the Flop-Tart blinking. And then it looked like Flop-Tart might have had a Kernel Force that turn with the Beast out, so that actually could have been a very close game.
And starting game 3, we see both sides going into dust again, but this time Buster Cannon is starting with that blind bug, so it's going to make it a bit more difficult to see how Flop Tarts end up managing their movement.
Oh, and we see the machine gun come out there right at the end of the turn from Flop Tart, so we'll see if that's really not ideal for Flop Tart. That's very unfortunate timing because now it gives Buster Cannon the chance to.
Ooh, though Buster Cannon already has Bug Fix and his Bug Riser Sword, so he basically can cross out freely and he doesn't have to worry about it. Though he might decide against taking that Bug Riser Sword because he doesn't have any area. Yeah, he does have attack 5, so he can freely go into any of the other crosses and still apply a lot of pressure without having to worry about that. Usually Bug Riser Sword either decide to go all in with no attack or take the attack 5 just as a safe fail basically.
Yeah, and it can still be useful for using the beast charges with it. Oh, he does just barely get clipped by that machine gun. The Wood Dragon into Heat Dragon does a lot of damage.
Yeah, let's see if this Element Man. Ooh, nice, going for a Lek as well, which will limit Flop Tart's movement.
Yeah, but the problem is now, yeah, he couldn't throw the poison seed in the middle of Flop Tart's area, so now his own front column will be poison panels as well.
Yeah, so this is an interesting play. I think it has two sides. Basically, it can it will make it less likely for Flop Tart to camp at the front, meaning that Buster Cannon can use area grabs more easily without having to worry about them being denied. So it can still work out very well for Buster Cannon. But he's debating on taking the Erase Man instead of Bug Rise Sword, which, to be honest, I don't really know if I like. He still doesn't have Slow Gauge, so the Erase Man can do a lot of damage with the D-Cross. Let's see how this plays out. Ooh, Slash Cross. And yeah, Area Grab Exchange is coming out, so let's see if that movement. Barely.
Yeah, Flop Tart needed to step forward there right away, and so now Flop Tart will lose out on this full turn of Slash Cross here.
Yeah, the Race Man does connect, and the Tart also connects.
And
ooh, that is unfortunate. At least that will deal with the anti-damage.
Yeah, so we'll see what a Flop Tart does here. We now see Buster Cannon with a pretty significant lead. So we'll see if Buster Cannon's able to close it out here with the Bug Riser Sword, or if Flop Tart can make a comeback.
Yeah, though that being said, I don't think we've seen the recoveries coming out from Flop Tart yet this game, so there is still a chance for very good comeback, especially with Q-Force being in the play. Yeah, there are these recoveries. Ooh, that charge shot race piercing the invis and then connecting again. Bug Rise Sword is coming out, and is the both hits will connect on that Tingle Man.
Yeah, but now we don't see any area for Buster Cannon.
Yeah.
So with these panels in the back of Flop Tart's area broken, and the bottom one's correct. Flop Tart could still get locked in here for Bug Rise Sword. It really depends on the movement.
Though with that being said, Buster Cannon is still taking a lot of chips that he can chip charge if needed, so he still has very consistent damage output. This could be the final turn of this match. Maybe Q-Force will finish off for Flop Tart or Beast Charges from Buster Cannon. We'll see.
Yeah, I think Buster Cannon's bringing the Sanctuary, so I don't think Q-Force would be able to do enough on the Holy panels. But we do see a Race Beast here, or a Luck Beast from Flop Tart, so that could break the...
Ooh, Invis is going to make that very difficult to connect. And yeah, that final Buster Shot getting in on the first one to finish off that game. And yeah, well played to both sides. That was a really close match. It seemed like one side was getting ahead, but then at the very end it was always very close to a comeback. I think
I think maybe Flop Tart wanted to use the Luck Beast charge to break the Sanctuary, but couldn't because of the poison panels were in the way.
Yeah. I think if they were able to use that chip charge, then even cracking these panels, not only would that have removed the Sanctuary, but also limits Buster Cannon's movement since he didn't have air shoes or float shoes. So that would have been a very big option that Flop Tart might have been able to use to survive just long enough for that Q-Force to come out.
Yeah, so well played by both players there. It's always nice to see the Bug Riser sword, so hope to see more of that next week as well.
Alright, we'll be heading into the next match with Alien Prog vs Salad.
Yeah, so we already saw Alien Prog's folder earlier, so going over to Salads, we see the Spout Cross, Tengu Cross, and Dust Cross. So it looks like Salad opted for Spout instead of Tomahawk for the Falser Crosses. And then we also see Erase with Charge for Gregor Crosses.
Yeah, and looking at the folder, we see something that Salad has been trying to, trying is the wrong phrase, that has been putting to work the last few tournaments, which is air hockey. So it's always fun to see that coming back again.
Yeah, I mean, air hockey's known for how broken it is in a BN4 with the way the full synchro mechanics work in that game. But you don't see it as used quite as often in a BN6, so it's pretty nice to see Salad using it and making it work.
Yeah, so the main issues with air hockey is that it can be very easily blocked by broken panels, and if it's in bad area arrangements, basically, it can hit for only 1 or 2 hits, which is very, very weak compared to how much you'll be investing to make that folder work.
Yeah, and it also obviously basically requires Salad to land the uninstall for it to work, because if they still have their super armor, it won't work that well.
Yeah, exactly. And we also see Salad having the Q-Force and roll 30 for multi-hitting, but I don't think she has plus 30, which is an interesting choice. You'd assume with air hockey plus 30 might be really good to go with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough. You only have 30 slots on the folder, and you have to make everyone count.
Yeah.
What I've seen for Salad is the Sensor 3 in Q code.
Interesting. So that's another thing on code with that Q-Force, so maybe Salad's trying to use that as a bait, or trying to combo with it somehow with Tingle Cross in hand as well, so I guess we're going to have to see how that plays out.
Yeah, and just as to go over it again briefly, for Alien Prog, we see the M code folder with the Q-Force. So with both players having Q-Force, this could be a very explosive match.
Yeah, and both of them have plenty of ways to decross the opponent's dust cross, so this is going to be a very explosive match, as you say, and we're going to be seeing a lot of decrosses, so alright, let's head into the match. Yeah, we see Salad going into Race Cross turn 1 instead of Alien Prog going into Race Cross turn 1 instead of Dust Cross because they're expecting that D-Cross.
Yeah, I mean, Alien Prog isn't bugged or anything, so they don't really have anything specific to dig for, really. So but we see Salad here with the Life Aura, which will protect her from the machine gun.
Ooh, and the Raceman does connect, which will deal with the anti-damage as well and doing some damage for free.
We do see Alien Prog does already have a Wind Rack here to remove that Life Aura, so I'm going into Beast out here.
So they will probably try to go for these big chip charges as well, trying to deal over 400 damage and a D-Cross for free. Well, for one chip. See, Solid might be able to deny that Wind Rack if she steps forward at the exact right time. Ooh, that was really close. She almost avoided that, but then stepped back and accidentally got her life aura removed.
Yeah, and it looks like Alien Prog just didn't opt to go for the tail arrows on any of those chips, instead just using them. And that anti-navi gets removed by the Magnum, so it's an unfortunate turn for Alien Prog. It is a lot harder to make a Race Beast work in normal gauge instead of slow gauge, because those tail arrows do take a while to charge up.
But now we see this maximum area, which is very tempting for Q-Force, but ooh, the grab revenge straight away coming out from Salad to deny that.
And we also see the Bubble Wrap from Salad, which is a tech that you don't see used too often, but it actually can be very effective at stopping things like the tail arrows.
Ooh, nice. Using these volcano panels to get another beehive, that was a very nice move.
Yeah, and it looks like Alien Prog's thinking about going into Elect here to deal with that Bubble Wrap. Getting a Elect Beast charge on a Bubble Wrap would be almost 400 damage, so... Oh, but the area grab and camping back row will deny the Elect Beast charge.
Yeah. Oh no, I think that might have been used accidentally, but unfortunately Alien Prog will have to throw away all of these chips basically to do nothing. This Raceman should connect on waiting it to time out into Judgment, which will regain that area.
Yeah, but it's too late. All Alien Prog get to use all his other chips first. We do not see the Q-Force though.
Ooh. So I think some of these panels might be broken or cracked, so, and especially with no plus 30, this Q-Force would be very underwhelming.
Yeah, we also see the M-Boomers and a Tomahawk Cross here, so... Yeah. But Solid could just camp on that middle panel.
Ooh, or Solid can try to get D-Cross as well. She is still in Heat Beast. And yeah, she is expecting something to come out. Unfortunately, Alien Prog just had to throw away all of these chips to do nothing.
Are you gonna see the air hockeys? Doesn't look
Not
like
yet,
we're gonna see the air hockey that turn.
maybe next turn Salad would really want to use that with Ground Beast out, because that allows Beast Jump to home in and basically confirm the hit, but also Ground Cross gives a +10 and the rocks falling down to breaker chips, which is really good value.
Yeah, it's kind of not. It's not as strong as it was with in previous games like Night Soul, where that doubles the power of the breaking chips. But instead, we see the Spout Beast here. We're gonna see the Aqua Needle with the white pill.
Ooh, you saw these air hockeys coming out, though it wasn't quite the optimal positioning to finish off the game. Let's see. These buster shots with the slow gauge made it very difficult for Alien Prog to try to survive for another turn.
Yeah, but this is still a pretty good showing for Alien Prog in their first tournament, going up against a veteran player like Salad. So still, that last round was pretty close. And now we see Alien Prog getting to the machine gun D-Cross.
Unfortunately, Salad didn't have her life aura this time to protect her. Then that second machine gun also coming out, Alien Prog just going and using, I believe, 2 of their 3 machine guns in this first turn.
Yeah, it was interesting that Alien Prog decided to go Dust this time instead of Erase, because with Erase, those machine guns could have done a lot of damage. Getting the +30 on each hit.
Yeah, we see the going, starting with another chip to try to deal with that beat. Yeah, Element Man goes into that. I believe the next chip is Erase Man. So let's see if that's going to remove that. Oh, Blast Man, never mind. Which is going to be the immediate answer to that life aura. Though this will allow...
If Salad had stepped back onto that holy panel, the Blast Man wouldn't have been able to remove the life aura, but
now we see Alien Prog does have a lot of damaging options in their hand, like that Muramasa, but they're deciding against going into that.
yeah, I don't agree with using the Erase Man here. I think it would have been a lot stronger saving the Erase Man to confirm the Muramasa later in the game. But this Erase Man will at least confirm all 4 hits from this machine gun here. Oh, but he waited to use it, and Salad was able to mash out.
The rush will allow an extra charge shot to come in. The difference in HP is about 200.
Yeah, and we see Salad landing all these charge tackles here, and now has a slight lead.
Yep, proccing rush at the end of turn, which will allow her to cross cancel into the next turn. We'll see which cross she decides to go for. And now Alien Prog does have all of these offensive options and Q-Force in hand, so we'll see which ones they decide to go for. Ooh, so it looks like they might want to go with that Q-Force. And 2 area grabs do make it very threatening to connect with all of that. I think even with neutral area, if that Q-Force does connect, then that could be game.
Yeah, and with this Dust Beast charge here, Alien Pro could also destroy that holy panel
Yeah.
for on Salad's side.
Both of them going into Beast out. Ooh, that missed TFC. This could be Q-Force coming out from Salad's side. Windrak, and yeah, that Q-Force does come out and will finish off the game for Salad. Ooh, that TFC unfortunately was punished using the Invis. If Alien Prog had only waited, they could have TFC'd that with that Grab Revenge and saved themselves that 10.
Yeah, so yeah, we saw both players going for the Q Force there at the
Yeah.
end, and Salad was the one that was able to get it out first with the Erase Man to set it up.
Yeah, that was a really close match between both sides.
Yeah, so that's it for me today. You'll be joined by Soul. So yeah, it was fun hopping on for commentary again today. So
Yeah, thank you for joining, Symes, and it was good to have you. Hopefully we'll see you again next week.
yeah, hopefully. Yeah, so bye guys.
Bye. Okay, so now we'll be looking at our next match, which is going to be Symes vs Thiago.
What's going on, guys?
Oh, hey, welcome, Saul.
Thanks for having me. I'm glad I made it to the party.
Yeah, good to have you as well.
Alright, so yes, hopping in with Symes and Thiago. Have we seen these setups already, or is Thiago new here?
I think we've seen Symes play already, but this is the first match with Thiago set up.
Alright, awesome. This is a pretty interesting matchup between, I'm talking about players-wise at least. Both veteran players been around for quite some time. It's nice to see Thiago back in some tournaments. Probably was very interested in the format and wanted to try it out finally, since we've been talking about it for how long now?
And it's been quite a while since Lucky made this format, and we've finally been able to play in a new moon since people voted for it being the format that they wanted to see played.
Yeah, it's very cool, very interesting, extremely diverse. Having the option to choose between crosses is so bizarre and frightening all in one nice little package.
Yeah, I think this format has very high complexity that people might overlook at the beginning, because there's all of these options that you don't really consider normally that you have to try to look into now.
Alright, but without further ado, let's look into what Thiago's doing here. We have a nice little healthy blend of Slash Cross and Tomahawk Cross, and a line nuke with Elect Cross. But we also see the Tengu Cross and Dust Cross here for the utility. That's a lot of utility in this selection of crosses here. This is pretty strong.
Yeah, so one of the things that Thiago might have been trying to go for is basically build his Gregar charge shot builds, but also trying to apply in Falzar charge shots. So Tengu and Tomahawk are some of the highest DPS in Falzar crosses that are easy to connect. You'll notice that Slash and Tomahawk have the same area requirement to connect with their charge shots, so Tomahawk can be a backup option or for utility. So I think this will be a very explosive match from Thiago's side.
And of which, to help aid in that endeavor of getting those charge shots to line up, we have 4 area grabs.
Yeah.
Followed by a grab revenge, Judgment of course. Oh, Judgment SP additionally, so lots of ways to get area back.
Yeah.
And 2 wind racks to help keep that area maintained as well. So we're gonna be seeing a lot of pressure. Maybe we might even see a Tengu lock, but Symes isn't no slouch, so maybe Symes will be able to play around that.
Yeah, and Symes has his own 5 area grabs, so Symes has the area grab advantage even. So maybe it will be the other way around. Maybe we'll see Symes being the one locking Thiago in. So this is going to be a very interesting, basically, area war where both sides will try to maintain the advantage for as long as possible.
I do find it rather interesting though that Symes did not opt to take any high boomers actually in B code. Any of the Bs, no fire. Like, it's very, very interesting. But it seems to have been working for him so far. Let's see how it works for him in this matchup too, I guess.
Yeah, so just as final thing to mention is that both of these folders, while they both are playing Falzar version, they are basically Gregor builds. So if you look at their folders, if you look at the way they build these, or the way they will play, you can tell that they're both going into it from a Gregor mindset. They both want to, so they both want to get in their chart shots. They want to get in these area advantage and using their chips minimally, which is what you pointed out, just to try to make them for utility instead of damage. Alright, well.
Alright, without further ado, let's get right into the match. These cuts are very similar too, if we actually pay attention to it. It's kind of eerie.
Yeah, so the only thing, the real main difference is that Symes decided to go for a bit more HP compared to Thiago, going for the attack max from the start. Okay, so since we've talked about Hub Badge so much in this stream, do you want to explain the main effects that it gives?
Yes, Hub Badge is very interesting. It gives you a plethora of stats, including charge max, attack max, speed max, custom max actually.
Yeah.
It doesn't give you, it does give you undershirt, but it doesn't give you super armor. It gives you both air shoes and float shoes, followed by a shield. I believe that's everything, correct?
Yeah, that sounds right. So it gives you max buster stats, max custom, both shoes, undershirt, and the shield.
Yeah, it's definitely a dream for Gregor, as T-Chomp says. Gregor always wished to have such a beautiful present, but now it does, thanks and realized to this mod, All-Stars. Alright, a lot of nothing happened on the first turn, except for some advantage gained for Symes. It seems that he has an HP book? Am I wrong here?
Yeah, so both sides are running bug builds, so they both have HP bug, but we also, both of them have full cast strength, so the first turn or maybe 2 turns even, we don't expect to see as much action.
Ooh, but we see the Electros coming out here.
And the Buster Prog.
That's so terrible. Oh, a lot of pressure coming out.
Symes is being patient with his Barry 200, waiting for a TFC at the end there. Ooh, and Thiago losing his anti-damage right before the turn ends.
I would say that was a fairly even trade, but Symes has a slight advantage because this barrier 200's here to protect him from any pesky eraseman shenanigans. And it doesn't seem like there's a lot of other options in Thiago's folder to decross Dust here, which I feel is an odd choice. In this format, Dust Cross is the most pivotal cross.
Yeah.
Like, there's no way you don't plan that. Like, everyone's gonna have it. Even the Gregor players are gonna have it. So why not bring those cursor chips to help decross that obvious cross that's gonna be used?
And now we see Symes going into the turn with Elements Man and getting that decross on Thiago, which followed by Hub Badge, giving Symes a very, very huge turn damage potential.
Fire Dragon on that grass, that's really hot. You see what I'm saying? You see what I'm saying? Ooh, and Symes maintaining the pressure with these slash crosses. So nothing he can do now except just eat these slashes.
We've already seen in a previous match how much pressure the slash cross can apply, and we're seeing that again with Symes having about 800 HP leave already into the match.
Oh man, this is tough. Now we see the Rays coming out with these machine guns. I don't know if I would want to. Oh, Whoa! The Ultra Instinct coming out already. Symes moving back right in time to dodge the Select Pulse. He knew that he had to move back and respected the option.
But we still see that Blastman SP in Symes' hand. If he's able to connect that on grass, that can be very big. Ooh, looks like he's going to have to TFC that into that Geddon.
Being locked in place is a good thing. No air shoes to move about. Gonna have to take these P shots. But it still didn't trade positively or well for Thiago here. We'll definitely see a beast coming out. There it is. It's gonna be Gregar Beast though.
But now
not the Falzar Beast.
We do see that Symes has that bug fix, which is really nice, as his custom HP bug was starting to tick onto him. Ooh, he decided to stay. This could be a risky choice, but he does have the invis to protect him against a potential Tengu Beast charge.
Wait a few seconds for optimization, and there it is, invisible. Now avoided that very horrible decrossing situation.
Ooh, and
Judgment.
And through this area grab, he will be able to deny. Yeah, by hiding in the corner, he's able to completely deny Tengu charge beast. There is.
Risky stepping up and down there, but was able to bait out an option.
Ooh.
Oh, almost got stuck there with the but the race.
Nice.
There's not enough time to chip charge anything. It's gonna be the next turn really soon.
Ooh,
Do you switch out here?
Yeah, so we see Symes already used up most of his crosses. He's down to the final 2 crosses that he has, though they are still good. They have very good DPS options.
Process cycle out quick. If you get frozen, paralyzed at end of turn, it's really tough. So you want to be able to avoid those situations. But of course you're losing resources here, which is a huge problem. Judgment comes out on the anti-heavy. But it's gonna miss, unfortunate.
I think Symes was debating if he wanted to TFC that, but he decided to do that to make sure he can maintain his area. Ooh, nice!
Okay, yes! But at least Symes gets the race man here confirmed. And enough for a tackle? No, no tackle.
So that Tengu charge beast, I believe that was 360 damage or something like that. It was really high damage going out from one chip, so that's really good value.
Not a lot of options here. Gonna have to stick with this charge cross. Maybe try to maintain some area, because we all know Thiago has many options of getting back this area. Oh, and he connects.
Oh no!
The grab revenge, but the decross is happening. That's a lot of damage. Oh man, and goodbye Tengu.
That was over 500 damage coming out from that decross, which was really rough for Thiago. His HP is very far behind.
Nicely done for Thiago. Gonna be able to get rid of it, not only the anti-damage, but a little bit of HP with those beast charges. But what's the follow-up here? Finally get on this area on his own side. But there it is, the banish. Symes will not be trapped for very long, and with the reversal area grabs, oh, this is really tough.
Yeah, though that being said, these are the last 6 chips that Symes has in his last 5 chips that Symes has in his folder, so he really needs to be careful on how he plays them.
Tengu cross.
That was very close.
Oh, that's a lot of damage with the Wood Dragon.
So, is he able to deal with that life, or I don't think so? Yeah,
No,
looks like
that's it.
yeah. Thiago, that might have been Thiago's last chip, or he didn't have any answer to that life aura, so he just decided to go to the next game.
Sometimes it's better to just end the game and continue right into the next match, especially if you know you don't have the out. Saves time and allows you to just get right back into the groove immediately without losing any momentum.
I mean, to be honest, I don't think that's how I would play it. For me personally, I would try to survive for as long as possible. You never know, comebacks do happen. Symes was basically out of chips, so if Thiago was able to avoid, he could still have taken the game.
That's very true. The likelihood is slim, but you never know. Gotta keep fighting. And we see a very nice turn run for Symes here with that full cust and that bait for rush. Gotta feed the dog, gotta feed the bird. Always respected.
And then into that full cast, and now we see on the opposite side, rush does come out, though I don't think Symes has beat.
And now Symes is going to be able to use his own full cust. Yeah. Another turn of Dust Dig here. Such a powerful mechanic. Oh, man.
Yeah, and so this is very interesting that both of them are deciding to go for their full cast straight away. Because usually if you know your opponent's playing Dust and you know they have full cast, you want to hold on to your full cast because you want to take the advantage from theirs and then use yours when it's a good timing for you.
You could even opt to save it for a late game in case Beast Over is an option, trying to deny that, or to get yourself out of a risky situation in slow gauge.
Ooh, we see that early Tengu coming out. Ooh, nice, using the Elec Pulse 2 to confirm that erase, man.
Yes. Ooh, and decross, there it is. Oh my gosh.
Yeah,
this
so
is really rough.
Renegade is asking chat if there is any way to break Life Aura without chips or Tengu Cross, and the answer to that is you have to wait for, I think it's three slow gauge turns, or about 6 normal gauge, or about 12 fast gauge turns. So it does expire after some time, but it can be very brutal to try to survive for all of that time.
Or you can be very lucky and start the match with those nice grass panels and maybe get a heat cross charge shot or charge cross charge shot on one of those panels. That's the only other way I see. But no further ado, we see that. Whoa, wait, what happened to the freeze?
That was interesting.
Yeah, well, what happened here? Like, Thiago's not getting a lot of mileage here because of those volcano panels, making the trade damage not as favorable. It's a little unfortunate. You know what? I think I went for Element Man Wood there because you were going to guarantee to hit anyway. And he was going to be in iframes regardless because of your charge shot, so I don't know. Ooh, the hub batch out!
Symes
and now we
back.
can move.
That movement back really saved Symes. He would have been stuck for a very long time to try to take all of these charge shots.
Forgot that he can move. So he just stood in one spot for so long.
Nice, and then
So I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah. The area grab deals with the anti-damage, which is really good value. Ooh.
Oh, that was kind of funny. Ooh, and we have this bug fix coming in here. Hot, nice.
And Symes also going into Beast out, so he's probably going to chip charge that slow gauge and area grab at the end. Obviously, I really doubt he's going to chip charge Life Aura as well.
Oh, no. I really doubt.
I mean,
I
think we're about to say the same thing because I've seen Hub Batch being chip charged before, so you never know.
Yeah, I've done it, so I don't know, yo. He's holding on to it. Bugfix comes down. Are we chip charging it? No, we're not. We're not chip charging it.
Ooh, though Thiago does have his Life Aura, but it will be removed straight away through that Beast charge.
Really hard to try and tiptoe around these erased tail arrows. Very difficult to dodge indeed, but it's possible. Which is why we saw the rapid movement from Thiago. But unfortunately, both come down and make their marks. Another interesting turn for Symes here. Starting off with this machine gun, trying to deal with that trap on Thiago's side. And maybe confirm this wind rack for some cheeky bonus damage. There's no more life aura on the opposite side, so no real reason to hold on to wind rack outside of comboing with it.
Yeah, I mean, Windrak can be really good in regaining your area to force your opponent off it, but the value you get out of removing life aura with it is much greater, obviously.
Another Geddon coming down. Anti-Navi, gonna take that Judgment. I wonder if Thiago knew. Oh. Man, Erase Tail Arrow is so strong. Look at all this HP here.
Yeah. So with regards to that, T-Chomp is asking in chat, what would you try to look out for when trying to avoid erase tables? And unfortunately, the reason why it's very difficult to avoid is, first of all, because the animation is so fast for it, but also because of how the targeting works. So it targets you after you move into the panel. So I don't think there is really any consistent way to try to avoid it. There are some movement patterns that I've seen allow people to avoid 3 in a row, but obviously the opponent can just change their timing, and it's in no way guaranteed to avoid.
It's quite difficult. If it's lagging, it might be a bit easier because the game is a little bit slowed down, the game be a little choppy. You might be able to nick your way through 1 or 2 of those, but otherwise it's kind of hard to do.
Yeah, Symes going for all these chip charges again just to get that confirmed damage, and then ending that with an erase, man. I think that will be that game with a single buster shot now.
Yeah, wrap it up, boys. On to the next one. Very good game from both players. Thiago tried really hard, but we saw the sheer amount of HP on one side. That extra 400 just really came down and mattered.
Yeah, so the extra HP, and
that.
we saw that Symes ended up getting some of his chips at the perfect time, basically. So that also worked out very well. But yeah, well played to both sides. That was a really close game.
To summarize, pray for lag. Terrible. Alright, next game is Alien Prog versus Tart. Both players we've seen a little bit earlier today, and both great players in their own right. I think this is Alien Prog's first N1 tournament, if that's correct.
I think that's accurate. I think this is the first New Moon they joined in.
First New Moon, correct. But I love Alien Prog's folder. I gotta say, M-Code is a fan favorite of mine, especially after like using it a few times myself. We see some really good things here with Risky Honey 3 and those wait, Grab Banish, there it is, but they're not tagged, which is really interesting.
And I guess that does make sense, because Grab Banish there is used more for utility instead of trying to confirm that B Banish, because of that lack of double point.
That's true. There's a lack of double point and a lack of attack plus 30, so it really is there just for that utility.
Yeah.
I still think that's interesting. There's no reason not to try and attempt B Banish combo in your folder, right? If you have it there.
I mean,
I don't know.
Yeah, it is difficult, but as Symes mentioned in previous setup discussion, you only have these 30 chips, and we already see that Alien Prog is running 2 anti-damage and 2 invis, so they're already sacrificing some of their defense. So it can be a bit rough trying to balance out which chips you want, which chips you want to avoid.
To complement those Bowser crosses here, we see Elect Cross and Erase Cross, which probably aided in the decision making here. There's no Slash Cross really to benefit off of having more area. Yeah, I don't know. I'm thinking this 3 area grab. There's so much area control in this format. Tart only has 4 area grabs. I don't know. I guess this works out. It should be fine.
Yeah, so area grabs can be used for offensive pressure, but they're also really good in preventing your opponent's area grabs. So you often see people running 2 or 3 area grabs just to try to use them to neutralize the area, to prevent their opponent from basically running ahead and just taking all the area for themselves.
Yeah, area controls are very important in any format. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter what it is. Unless you're playing, I guess, Beast. Beast format.
I mean,
Infinite Beast. I don't
Q
even
Force
know.
could come into play in that one as well. So
Alright, let's hop right into the match. I think it's interesting here that Floptart's only running 4 megas. I've done something similar before, even running only 3 megas before. I feel like there is no finite reason to just have 5 megas, but you have to have a really good reason not to, right? Is how I feel.
yeah, so the thing with running less megas that it takes away from. So if your opponent has beat, that means you have to sacrifice one of them, and mega chips generally are very strong. So it can be very easy to find at least one chip you want to cut out for that 1 mega.
Deck building is tough in this game, though. As we've seen time and time again, gotta make sacrifices somewhere, gotta make those cut corners somewhere. And at least one of those chips is Groundman SP, which will 100% destroy any /cross user.
Yeah. Ooh, so we see that Floptart is deciding to go for their own /cross turn 1, which might be a bit risky given that Dust Cross is in play. Not anymore. Never mind.
Not anymore. Oh yeah, step back, step back. That was perfect. That was perfect.
Though that slow
Oh.
gauge might have been used a bit too early. I think that will allow Floptart to get in. Oh, never mind. That rush will deny that. Or these twists coming out.
Wow, those buster shots. That was so aggressive. Wow. I'm sorry. That was terrible. You're gonna run up on me and just start shooting. Gotta get as much damage as you can, I guess. Wherever you can. If I remember correctly, this is alien side, right?
Yeah, I think that's right.
Alright, cool. Oh yes, it is. There goes those bees, and there we see the T-Hawk. Ah, bead. Gotta feed. Gotta feed. Ah, Judgment barely missing. But we will see some bees come out. We're gonna have to wait a little bit here.
Ooh.
I know he's very happy that he brought this now. Oh, the
Nice.
counter hit. Nice, 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 nice. There it is.
Though that counter hit actually didn't bring out a second beehive, so it would have been better to avoid getting that counter hit to deal double the damage, which is an interesting trade.
We have some heal thanks to this grass panel here. No point in moving upwards either. Gotta just eat that. Oh, there's the golem hit. Okay, so I want to know whose client. Depending on whose client, this could be really bad for Floptart here because the windbreak won't push you back because of Life Aura, and you'll still be standing there. And obviously, you're not gonna move back because you have all this area, right? So you're gonna have to eat this golem hit, cuz.
Yeah, though that being said, Alien Prog did take Grab Banish before that Golem hit, so that might make it more difficult to connect with that Grab event, with that D-Cross.
That is true. Maybe he's expecting a possible anti-damage. No, it just hits. Okay, so camp forward. That's the strategy, right? You camp forward.
Yeah, just bait that you're going to take the hit. Though the anti-damage, let's hope that can be removed. Nice.
Nice.
Ooh,
Oh
there
my
it
god.
goes.
Oh, damage.
Though
Oh,
the
it's so
anti-damage,
close.
it's still about 40 HP difference between them. Ooh, these bees. Finishing off that game.
Yo, the game was so powerful, it froze. Yo. That was disgusting. That was so disgusting. Oh my gosh. Please go. Oh man, that was terrible. Alright, we still got enough match though, so this could be fine.
Yeah, so I believe there
One
was
in-
D-Cross in the second, I mean desync in the second match, which means they had to reconnect, which explains that turn one again. I mean game one. Again.
Yes. The match was so powerful. So many bees appeared that it just. Oh, that's rude. That was rude. That, oh, you're behind a rock? I got something for you. Hold on.
Though all of these area grabs do come down and counter hit. Nice. Let's see into anger. Oh no, unfortunately the anger will be basically wasted because that paralysis.
Okay, we still have anger. We still have anger. Nothing is coming out here though. But a buster? Okay. I would
Let's
have
see.
just avoided that. That was crazy. I don't know.
I mean, Tart still has very good options. If we see a Groundman SP coming out, even a machine gun can do a lot of damage with anger.
It can do a lot of damage to anger. Absolutely. Times 2's a lot better than plus 30. So I don't know.
I mean, imagine if we get that Q Force coming out with that plus 30, that will be basically game right away.
Oh, don't say that.
I mean, you never know. It might miss.
No,
and-
oh,
Ooh,
one.
something is going.
Ground
Oh
man-
no!
But he blocked it with his face. Really nice. Good job. Good job.
I mean,
Okay, judgment.
Alien Prog still had the anti-damage regardless, but they're deciding to hold on to that chip charge. They're trying to finish off the game. Ooh! That dodge, nice.
350 Muramasa. I'll take it. Yeah, I mean, he only has 300. No recovers in the folder? No, there are 2 recovers in Flop Tart's folder, both in O code.
Yeah.
So if they decide to go with recovery, that means they're not attacking at all for the turn. So I still think it's worth damage.
So this is an interesting starting order. So starting with Grab Banish into Muramasa will confirm that connecting, but now we see Q Force is coming out. Let's see if Alien Prog is able to survive for long enough.
Oh my gosh, yes!
1 HP.
Bubble wrap, that's not gonna help you, cuz. Get out of there, get out of there.
Is that... Is
Can
Flop
he
Tarts
make it?
going?
Oh,
Oh no, that was really close. They almost went into that next turn.
Oh,
And yeah, that was that match.
oh my gosh.
Ooh.
That was what? Like 7 minutes? That was a match!
Yeah. Yeah, that was
That was
very, very fast match.
my gosh, yo. This game is so savage sometimes. I
Yeah.
can't.
It was really close. Both sides were just going at each other, doing so much damage. I mean, in that game, you could have very easily gone into either side.
Mm-mm. It really could have. Oh man, could you imagine a Q Force on Rage? Like that's just emotional.
That's like Beast over Q Force we're talking
Yeah,
about.
that's
Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, well, right into the next match here. We have Salad versus Symes.
So-
Okay. Whoa, this is interesting. This is now. Whoa, this is very interesting. These are not crosses I expected people to use.
Okay. Which crosses did you expect from Salad or Symes?
From Salad, Spout Cross, and Chart. Like, okay, mostly it's the Spout Cross, but I expected maybe Slash. Maybe this is very. What are you playing that you wanted? Oh, Aqua
I mean,
Needle.
yeah, so if you look at the folder, then these choices start to make a bit more sense, even though they are still odd. I mean, I don't think it's that obvious of a choice to run that single Aqua Needle and dedicate a full cross with that.
No, it's not that. Oh, but we do have Bubble Star 2 as well. This is interesting. Area grab tags here? Okay, this is. Whoa, wait a minute. Okay, Salad's my favorite player. She's playing Roll. She's playing Spout Baby. I can't be mad. Is there base in here? No, there's no base. All right. That was almost a little too much.
Yeah, but Salad does have these air hockeys that we've seen Salad playing in previous tournaments as well, so we've already seen that in Salad's previous match, so we'll see if she's able to get that against Symes' very heavy HP build.
And Symes has no getting, no nothing. This is, you're gonna take this if you get your uninstalled with those the super armor gone. It's gonna be a bad time. Hub badge can't save you.
Yeah.
Oh, yo, let's just hop right into it. I want to see this.
Alright, let's see how it turns out.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Ooh, turn 1 starting off with this roll and uninstall in hand. And oh my god, this is a great hand. This is a phenomenal hand.
Though I think Salad might want to wait out a bit at least for that turn 1 uninstall, because she knows Symes is playing rugged full cast, so she's just probably going to try to play around that.
Absolutely. Going for the turn 1 in this here, not going into any crosses just to see what the opponent's gonna do here. I think it's fairly obvious that Symes is gonna be going for.
Yeah, Salad wanted to go for that rush proc on the invis, but now because of that life bar, unfortunately, she's unable to get that much value out of the recovery ice. I mean the damage aspect of her.
I still think it's rather smart to not go into a cross here. Oh, free times 2! It's not going to be able to do anything though. Yeah, have to cross out. That's smart.
Ooh,
but
now,
I think it was...
Yeah?
I think it was really interesting to not go dust turn 1 in fear of those 3 machine guns that Symes is playing here. I think that was relatively smart. Oh, we're gonna get a decross possibility and an uninstall coming here. Very interesting. But will Symes be able to deny it? Oh, full cast comes out.
Full cast, yeah. Symes was prepared for that.
Deciding to hold it from the previous turn after getting some nice damage in. Basically 2 turns of dust almost immediately. Really nice. And now you have the option to go into slash possibly here. That would be really bad for Salad right now. That's probably why she's trying to start cross to charge immediately. Very smart. I wonder what Symes is thinking. He knows the change. Oh yeah, the change is coming, but there's no point in not going into slash.
Yeah, so I mean turns with dust cross tend to take a bit longer because you're looking at your hand, deciding which chips you want to recycle, and then looking at your new hand again. Ooh, but now we see that slash cross and hub bite, so unfortunately this magnum is not going to stop Symes.
No!
Ah, that was really rough.
She couldn't step back, so she was forced to like just camp forward.
And now again we see that slash cross applying all the pressure in the world, doing a lot of damage, though Salad's been doing a very good job with avoiding 2 of them.
Oh man, it just connected. Easy.
Yeah.
Is the game still playing for you?
Yeah. Did it disconnect for you?
Oh yeah. Hold on. It said error scared. Let me release it.
Okay, so now we see that
Okay,
Salad
there we go.
was able to regain the area, and she does have the air hockey, so if she's able to remove that barrier 200 and connect, so that could be a very nice decross with the air hockey. So unfortunately, ooh. Yeah. Oh, that didn't even remove that. Ooh.
Oh, but couldn't step around. This isn't too terrible. Made it to next turn. Okay.
But
we can breathe. We can breathe.
Salad's 1000 HP behind, so this is going to be a very rough game for Salad to try to come back from.
Staring at Beth. What is the option? Going race. Okay. We still have one of these air hockeys in hand, so we can get a decross really nicely here. You can even confirm it. Yeah. You know what? I would probably like just go for a win back. and just try to grab as much area as I can.
It looks like Symes decided to go into a race, maybe trying to avoid being walled by Invis with his charge shot being able to pierce Invis. But now let's see if this air hockey does well. Oh, completely misses! And then that machine gun finishes off that game.
Yeah, that was rough. Game 2, let's see what happens.
Ooh, uninstall turn 1 again with roll. That was almost the same starting hand that Salad had.
Yo, I think that is the same starting hand. What? Wow, she's cheating. We got it on stream, folks. There it is. We know your secret.
I mean, let's see how Salad tries to play around things now. So she already has very good idea of how Symes is going to play these starting turns. So it looks like she's okay. Trying to go for that D-cross straight away, maybe hoping that Symes will play it greedy.
Maybe I'm thinking that, oh wow, nice. Because she waited, she might be able to do a lot of damage to this barrier with this, not machine gun, this Magnum here, and probably do some damage to that holy panel as well.
Okay, so she was holding, yeah.
Bye, roll.
Yeah. Going to see that chip roll around later. And so we see now Salad's going for Tengu Cross to try to remove that barrier to 100, though she needs to be very fast with it because Symes will probably try to go for the full cast straight away.
Ooh. Magnum's gonna get the D-cross here and will end their machine gun. And there goes the hub.
And that full cast again.
Oh, that wasn't hub, that was bug fix, excuse me. Alright, awesome. Lyfra in this situation is really good. A little bit of pressure too with this area grab just to get back that area. This is a nice turn for Salad.
Though I think it's very interesting that Salad decided to stay in Tengu because with the way the field is, Salad doesn't really have any way of connecting charge shots, so if Symes uses slow gauge, this will be a very long and slow turn for Salad.
Taking 2 hits from that there. Oh, he can't even come forward, that's unfortunate.
And she does have that life aura which will protect her for this turn. Let's see if Symes has any answer to that right to next turn.
Most likely a wind rack waiting. I'd be surprised if there isn't.
Though this looks like a pretty good opportunity for a D-cross, starting with Elec Pulse, which will deal with the anti-damage, and then bubble into another Elec Pulse with the uninstall.
This is what we would call a frame trap. Anti-damage isn't always your ally. Area grab coming down, patiently waiting before doing anything. Very smart.
Ooh,
oh!
That was really unfortunate.
Oh,
but
what did we do?
yeah.
Oh, wow!
Ooh, and now we do see that sensor, so Salad might be trying to go for a few hits of that sensor, or maybe chip charging things to deal that maximum damage.
Oh no. I actually haven't seen this. Mars, you're kind of hyping me up here, bro. Like, no, hold on. What's gonna happen? Okay, Elec. We're not paralyzed.
Slow gauge coming out.
Hub batch, okay, sure.
And that
Wind
wind
rack.
rack.
Okay. Sensor, okay.
Ooh,
Invisible.
nice. Sensor does pierce Invis. Let's see.
Grab revenge.
And yeah, now Salad is going to be able to chip charge these area grabs. Maybe. Okay, so she still didn't want to chip charge anything.
Okay, nothing crazy happened. Alright. Oh, I was a little. Whew, I was on the edge of my seat. You can't give me a heart attack like that. What's good, man? Like, Mars, please. I was thinking some MLG nonsense was gonna go down. Oh man.
I mean, Salad is still behind about 1000 HP, and she does have her combo with the 2 senses being in hand, and she is still in beast out, so she might.
Wait a minute.
chip charging, going for that combo.
What was that first chip she chose? Was it Element Man?
Was it the Element Man? I'm not sure.
Oh my gosh, if it's Element Man, this is destruction. Is Symes getting changed cross here? I don't think he will. Why would he, right?
Yeah, I don't think he has all that many crosses left, actually. Ooh. Element Man coming out from Symes, but yeah, he decides to go into a leg. He wants to keep his own life aura.
Oh no, Symes! Symes, you gotta get out of there, bro! Symes, no!
Grab a bench. And now it does go all the way, nice!
God.
That brings down Symes' HP of dealing about 1000 damage just in one turn, and Salad still has the opportunity to deal more. Ooh, nice! Playing it very safe and holding onto that invis. I would have chip charged that, to be honest.
I think I would have too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would have took that 500 easy. I got mixed up. But
Very
because
nice,
Salad was very patient, she was able to reward herself with a nice little bit of defense.
Yeah, so was looking at the turn timer. She knew she had a bit more time, and she played it very well.
Okay, I see this here white pill, and I see this here magcoil. Okay, what are you doing with this? Oh,
Probably Salad's going for a chip charge. Oh no, she ran out of space. Never mind.
oh, Rev, really good battle chip to have right now, especially against a Flash.
Ooh, nice.
Ooh, able to step in there and defend that area a little bit. Yeah, this is gone. This is gone. Nice. Judgment will get that area back. Oh, no. Bad TFC.
So actually, this wasn't so bad because Symes is going to be able to step forward and maintain his area regardless. So this wasn't as bad as it could have been. This is nice timing on Salad, avoiding all of these charges. Very well played.
There goes the wind rack. And a Q-Force. Oh, this is so much heat. There's so much heat in his hand right now. Is she doing it? Oh, yes. Let me see Spout, baby. Just take off. Just do it. Just do it. Just do it. Don't let your dreams be dreams. Salad, please. Yes. Yes, Salad. Yes. Do it for baby. Do it for justice.
Ooh.
Do it. Yes. Yes, yes, yes. She lied with it. Let's go. Aquaman's in play. Tenguman's gonna lock down, get rid of this aura here, do some damage. We have D-Cross opportunity.
D-Cross, yeah, there is.
There it is.
And then this Magnum will limit Symes' movement, so he retaliates with his own Proto Man.
Okay. Nothing to pressure here. Stop moving. Stop moving.
Ooh! The Aqua Needle to finish off that game. Very nice.
Nice. I would clutch it out with Aqua Baby Cross. Using those Aqua Needles and the Power Pill to confirm a huge amount of damage and finishing it off with that Buster. Let's go. That was devastating.
And that was very well played from Salad, waiting for the perfect timing to try to get that maximum hit. That could have been very easily avoided if Symes had kept moving or if Salad had missed out the timing.
See a little bit of input delay. Well, not delay, but it was like 3 frame, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh wow, opting to get rid of her own.
I think.
Why did she do that?
Ooh, I think that was probably a lag.
Misclick?
Yeah, so lag input causing that.
Ah, maybe there was some input delay. Look at that.
And yeah, Symes.
Yes, please break my panels.
Yeah. Ooh.
Oh, this hand sucks. Yeah, you gotta go Tengu. Yeah, you gotta go Tengu immediately.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, this Tengu will be probably met with a straight away into full cast.
agree. I agree. That's what Salad was thinking too just now. She heard you.
Yeah.
She heard you. And she was just like, yeah, you know what? You're right.
Though she
No,
is
she
still
did it
going
anyway.
with it, yeah. I mean, it's still a good play. She can deal with that defense if she's
Ooh.
fast enough. Ooh,
She got it!
nice.
That's broken! She's a cheater. I swear to God, she's a cheater. I'm so mad. He's like, I can hit it, right? No, yeah, I'll hit it. Don't worry about it. I'll hit it. Oh man. No, guys, relax. I clipped it, okay? Don't worry about it. Everything's okay. Symes is pretty upset right now. I feel it. Oh, he changed. Wow, really? He changed.
Ooh.
Maybe he feared a Wraithman? That's odd.
I mean, he probably does have his hub badge, so that beat being triggered might be a bit scary if Symes doesn't use hub badge this turn. Ooh.
He's just buttering, trying to get rid of that anti-damage.
I think there is a very likely chance that we just saw Symes losing his hub badge to beat right there, but I guess maybe not, never mind. I'm not sure why he was waiting to that long then to use hub badge.
Why force it, right? I guess.
And yeah,
No real
that
reason.
is true, that's fair.
Oh my gosh. Do you see this hand? Bro.
Ooh.
Yo, wait, why is the eyeball in code? I didn't even realize it was in code.
Yeah, it's in Q code.
That's ignorant. That's so ignorant.
I mean-
Okay, how do you deny, like, I don't...
So we're going to see how Symes plays it. If Symes has some defense, he might be able to avoid that sensor, because sensor will give away that Salad does have something. Ooh.
That's fine, that's a good trade, I'll take it. You're stuck here for a second.
And there it goes. Salad waits for the perfect timing, and now she gets the
my
decross and all
gosh.
of that damage.
Oh my gosh. Salad! What are you doing? He's just a boy! Don't do this to him. Like, not like this! No! Oh my gosh, that was so much damage!
And that brought Salad back into the lead in terms of HP. She's about 90 HP ahead, and that was the moment, that match.
We still got 3 air hockeys in hand. We trying to pop off. She about to let it rip. She had the ripcord, the gauge. She picked out her bit beast and all that, bro.
So I don't think she uninstalled Symes already, so it might be a bit difficult to try to connect with all of them.
I'm wondering why she chose to go with this. When you have triple airhawk, why did you go Magnum? That's interesting.
Yeah, that is a good question. I'm not really sure. Unfortunately, Sug might have to just wait out. Oh, that was okay. That was an anti-navi.
She didn't deserve that. I'm just letting y'all know she did not deserve that. she timed it, but you know, still, maybe there was just enough
I mean,
time. She probably knew. Ooh,
Now we see it again.
yes sir, Alpha baby.
So this time it's looking very risky with Symes going into a leg cross. Getting a D cross here can be very devastating, especially with the low HP Salad has.
Do we have a way to deal with anti-navi?
Yeah.
Oh, that's actually a good thing here, actually,
Yeah.
because now we know it's not an anti-damage.
That bubble should. Ooh no, she's going to lose the anti-damage. And that's the perfect area for Alec, and there it is. That's very painful. She still has these. Oh no,
He knew.
never mind.
He knew. That was so smart. That was so smart. No reason to go into Aqua other than you having Needle. That makes sense. That was really good movement for Symes there.
And yeah, now this is looking really rough for Salad. She went back all the way, she lost a lot of HP, and her hand doesn't look that great. She does have some defense and some control. Let's see how she utilizes them.
Still think it's possible. 750 is a big tell. If you can buy yourself some time by TFCing, not like
Yeah.
paralyzing with Judgment here, you have a lot of defenses in hand. Why is she saving this Mat Coil? I think I would Mat Coil into Judge.
Ooh.
Invisible. It's gonna be canceled out a bit here.
Yeah, oh no, this might be game. I don't think Salad has any shoes options, so Symes can just sit there and try to get his buster going.
Yes, but she does have Judgment, and a lot of time is coming off the clock here. That's what she really wants in the first place. Oh no! Should have waited just a little bit more.
Actually, she does have that Magnum, so if she's able to put it in the ideal positioning, she might be able to deny Symes. Nice. Oh no! Oh, never mind that area.
Very close match.
Yeah.
Very close. Man, Symes is such a smart player, man. Can't count him out.
Yeah, that was good movement from Symes at the end there. He was deliberately trying to bait something like Judgment or an Erase Man, which ended up working out for him and delaying it just long enough for him to take the game with his final buster shots.
Man, that fight didn't come without any heat though. Salad doing 1500 damage in one turn.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness,
That
that
was
was
really
disgusting.
big time.
That was terrible. You hate to see it. But yeah, let's go into this next match here. Well, rather not the next match, but I want to see the folders. We have BitMuffin versus Tart. Wait, is this the first time BitMuffin is in play here?
No, so I think we've seen at least one match from them already. And
Okay.
yeah, so it was the second match this turn. So we've already have some idea about the folder, but I think this matchup will make it very different.
Yeah, Tart was playing very well with the folder that they brought in here. I really like their setup too. The cust is interesting. I remember seeing some discussions about what kind of cust to bring, what kind of strategies to go for here with the crosses. And I really feel like Tart has a very nice balance between crosses and the Navica setup to balance that. It's actually really hard to make choices, especially if you're not bringing anything like Hub Batch, which everyone seems to have been running. You see, even BitMuffin's running it. So balancing your crosses with, it's just very new. It's interesting, right? Like, no air shoes here, but you know you have Tomahawk, you know you have Tengu here, rather, to avoid those locking situations with broken panels or area control. It's just interesting. Whereas BitMuffin here is going for the Judgment Pulse PA, and obviously he's running Hub Batch, so this is a Fowler primary. Ooh, but we see Electros here too. These are interesting cross choices as well. I'm not sure. Okay, so you have Electros to go with the Judgment Pulse, but I don't really see much else going alongside these crosses here. There's no cursor again on BitMuffin's side. Oh, there is. There's two machine gun ones. Maybe it's just a combo with the PA here? Not sure. I think I would have packed at least some extra machine guns or something. Splashing J code in with some other code would have been nice. Maybe more B code to go along with that Blastman SP. Oh wait, BitMuffin's playing Timpani. Why? Okay, what's the point of Timpani here? Maybe I can understand a fanfare, but I'm not sure on this Timpani here. This is interesting. Everyone's playing Dust. Like, when is this good? I mean, it holds you in place for judgment confirmations. maybe Elect Pulse. Back Row Symphony is nice, but that could have also been a Back Row Fanfare, which I think is just better, right? Because you have so much area at that point, right? You either roll locked or you took an entire row off of your opponent to get that back row in the first place, right? Yeah, you don't have to really worry about Dust early on, but he does, right? Okay, there's machine gun once you can decross. That does make sense. I don't know. I don't see anything like I don't think Timpani's a bad chip per se, but I just don't see anything that warrants you halting the movement. It's definitely experimental. I respect it. Yeah, they definitely have some interesting stuff going on here.
Yeah, so yeah, I mean, I think you've already discussed pretty much everything, so it would be interesting to see how this matchup plays. So we see Tart without uninstall and going with G-code, compared to BitMuffin, who has that Destroy Pulse, has Neovari, which, as I've mentioned before, is basically my favorite chip. So hopefully Symes denied that in the last match, so maybe we're going to see some action going into that.
I just realized Tart doesn't have G-code uninstall.
Yeah.
What's going on? Yo, it's in code. Why not just play it? That's interesting.
Alright, well, let's see how this match plays out, and we'll see what happens.
Yeah, BitMuffin responded. They said basically they were just kind of looking for chart shots to confirm. To confirm chart shots? That makes sense. You do have 2 line new crosses, right? Elect cross and erase cross, so it would confirm those hits. That was actually pretty smart thinking then. I understand the logic. That makes much more sense.
Yeah, and so I think objects can have very interesting plays that we don't really see that often. So if you put down a timpani while your opponent's in dust, they will try to go with back B straight away. So you can try to bait them with that into machine gun and then just take away their dust, or bait them into stepping in front of that timpani and use some lineup attacks.
You can also use it to guard yourself from things like Blast Man SP, which is really interesting. So yeah, of course, objects are really good. Ooh, straight away we get a decross.
Counter decross.
There you go, the machine gun won. Who would have thought, right? Wood Dragon completely avoided there. That was a very good turn. Ooh, they got so much momentum off of that. That's crazy. Pulling back these 2 recovs. They gotta go. Absolutely. Hard agree. Yeah, I think I keep those megas. Yeah, that was smart. Wow. Wow. BitMuffin really popping off here already. Okay. Nice. There's no uninstall on the other side either, so there's no reason to hold hub batch.
Yeah.
I think that's really smart. Is there beat over here? I think beat is not. Oh, it is in place.
Yeah,
so respecting beat has to happen.
And it looks like BitMuffin's already doing that by starting with an Avid chip that they can throw away. Like, yeah, there goes the Element Man.
Rest in peace, Element Man. You will be missed. But here comes the hub batch. Oh, you gotta eat this. You were eating it regardless, so no big loss here.
Taking a race there isn't too bad, especially when there wasn't too much of follow-up after that. Ooh!
Ooh! That's a lot of damage. No!
Yeah, maybe TFC could have been justified. That was a rough decision.
That was a very tough decision. I mean, it was only 390, so I guess. Oh, you did press A. Okay.
Oh, that's wrong. Yeah, I think there might have been a bit lag between their connections. So.
Yeah, we did see that momentary slowdown. So I guess that was the lag that just kind of hit.
And yeah, as BitMuffin is mentioning in chat, that the invis, I mean, that was a very both trades could have been good. Deciding to keep the invis or going into anti-damage were both very much valid plays.
The Judgment Pulse? Oh wow, that's so
Ooh.
cheeky. That's so cheeky.
Nice, using
Rude.
that to confirm
That's
that.
rude. That's so rude.
Ooh,
Oh,
though that
oh.
D-cross coming out.
Yo, yo, that was nice. The D-cross is very favorable here, but
Yeah.
look at all that damage and that blindness. These line nukes mean nothing now.
Yeah, though, that being said, every time, I mean, no matter how ahead you can be, you have to always respect that Q-Force plus 30. If that comes down at any point, that will basically end the game right there.
100%. You don't know if they got it, so you gotta respect it. But how can you if you're blinded like this?
Ooh, though, looks like Tomahawk was the play to try to deal with that blind.
That was actually really nice thinking
Ooh,
and very fortunate.
the
Oh,
Blast
but these
Man
tip charges.
was already there for that, and BitMuffin is waiting for a TFC. Very well played, being patient, making sure you can get in your damage.
Opponent's already feeling a lot of pressure, and there it is,
Ooh,
500
there
damage on the
goes.
table. Oh no, Flop Tart, not like this. Flop Tart, no. Buster.
I think that's enough time to mash out and get. Ooh, oh no, this area grab. This is basically screaming
No.
Q-Force.
No. Okay. We can beast jump here to try and interrupt something. I think that's what I go for. I'm mashing A. I'm taking the light pulse. I'm taking the wind rack. I'm mashing A.
I think BitMuffin still has the option to go into Tomahawk Cross, which would be definitely the right play.
Oh, that would be really smart here. If they do that, that'd be perfect. Come on, yo, no.
A beast
Flop
out.
Tart, man, the beast out. No.
Okay,
Invisible.
Invisibles come out.
We're mashing A. We're mashing A here. There's no reason not to. There's no reason not to.
Is that going to connect? It
Oh
does.
my gosh. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
There,
Press the button faster in
Yeah.
my life.
there could have been another anti-damage waiting behind that into Q-Force that very easily could have been game.
Oh. Is Q Force the answer there, right? Maybe it's not, because BitMuffin would have been able to get the beast jump before. Oh man, that was tough.
That was
Okay.
tough, yeah.
Well, that was just tough. Oh, this is bad. Oh man. Okay, right into the second round. Ooh, nice, Tengu.
Interesting. So we see these broken panels already changing what players are going for in that turn one, which is very unfortunate for BitMuffin because of that life aura. And yeah, that's going to go straight away.
I think I would have tried to wait for a TFC.
Yeah. Ooh, and another air grab. That Tengu lock turn one.
No. This is not right. This is not right. We understand what happened first game was pretty bad. Oh no, is this gonna be a ×2 judgment? It is! This is so rude! No! No! ×2? No! Muffin! What cheat codes have you been using to do this? This is wrong! No, okay, alright. They're gonna miss, right?
I mean, trying to connect with Destroy Pulse is difficult because it's 1 in 3 for you to connect, so you can still miss with this area, and Beast Jump wouldn't help.
Is that a race man here? Is that a race man? No, okay. If that was the race man, I would have cried. Oh well, race man wouldn't do anything either, right?
I mean, to be honest, the play might be to put down a Timpani to try to bait out that back movement. But yeah, as BitMuffin is saying in chat, they were really thinking about this turn. This play would very easily change the outcome of this match. If this Destroy Pulse ends up missing, that will be a very big swing.
This is
Alright,
it.
see if
We locked it
works.
in, folks. The beast is here.
Ooh, and the counter hit as well. That was very. Uh, well, that was 800 damage coming out in basically one attack.
If you have a bubble, I'll raise you an electric shock. Oh my gosh. Oh no.
And
Yeah,
what-
all you can do is just hard shot.
yeah.
That's it.
Oh, and we also see that Neo variant.
Neo variable?
Come out as well.
Are you joking? What unholy hacks did you put into your game?
I mean, this area is really tempting for Flop-Tart to want to stay in Tengu. I mean, and I would agree. Imagine Q-Force with maximum area. Imagine staying in Tengu, being able to get a full turn. That would be over 1,000 damage in DPS. But then there is the Neo variant, there is the Alec Pulse machine gun, all of these things that can just straight away finish off the game.
Oh my god, they're going for it. They're going for it. They're locking it in. This is. Oh my gosh, no.
Ooh, there is that beast out, so there could be a Q-Force play.
This is really bad. Okay.
Ooh, they will
Confirm?
trade. Yeah.
Oh, did he cross?
Oh,
Finish it.
and then missing the X-Cross from Neovari, but still finishing off with the single buster shot at the end there.
I honestly thought that Bit was just gonna go for the sword, not even put any confirmation, just go for the sword. I would have lost it.
I mean, personally, I would have gone for the double life sword. Even if it misses, you're still there, but you have to go
I
in for
would've
that
lost it,
input. But yeah, that was a really good match. I mean, that was such an explosive match. That 2x destroy pulse. Very rare to see that.
It's unfortunate. You hate to see it, but it happened. Flop Tart, it's not your fault. It's not your fault, dude. Don't worry about it. We're going on into the final match of the day. This is it. Here we go. Salad versus Neryth.
Yeah, and so this is the first match we have on the stream from Neryth, so it will be fun looking at the usual Neryth builds.
Oh, Neryth's build is kind of hot. Like, hold on. Neryth. Ooh, we got some Tomahawk and Tangle teams over here. And the R code? Oh, okay, you know what? Nah, I can't vote against Salad. She got SoulXCross and Roll in her folder. I can't hate.
Is that how I get the secret? I just need to add these into my folder, and then I'll get Soul on my side.
100% every time. Forget about it if you have base in there too. That's just a holy trinity. Like, forget Erase Man, forget Judge Man, forget Element Man. Just play those three. You got me. But okay, running R code, no roll in here. I'm not sure if I like that. But Tomahawk and Tengu are so powerful. Like,
Yeah,
I understand.
So this is basically the usual Neryth build. You see, he basically has no defense. His only defense is Life Orb and Sanctuary. Though he does have 2 Geddon, 2 uninstall. He has Attack Max and all of these Gregar crosses.
You gotta respect Neryth, man. Maintaining this persona of lack of defense. It's hard work, but it's honest work.
Yeah, and I mean, 5 area grabs, 3 panel grabs. How often do you see that?
Not very. Like, what are you doing with these panel grabs?
I mean, that is a really good question. He doesn't have backrow object. I guess connecting for meteors, maybe trying to get something with Geddon.
My gosh, I swear, if in this match, if you go for a row of just panel grabs, I'll cry. I'll actually shed tears. I don't think that's gonna happen.
And I guess we'll see. Let's head into our
Alright.
final match for the stream.
That's not gonna happen, right? PG.
I mean,
That people don't do that.
I mean, speaking of things that people don't do, you see Neryth's folder, and it has a lot of things that people don't do. So You never know how it goes with Neryth.
Desmond said humor. I don't see no humor in here. I'm over here scurrying this Navi cuss looking for humor.
I mean, don't worry, Sol. It's the humor in you. That's fine. You don't have to have it in the match.
Pretty good. I like foam. Man, this Navi cuss is really good here. Oh wait, this is the Navi cuss I usually use. No, it's slightly different somehow.
Okay, what's the difference?
Oh, it has beat. It has beat instead of float shoes. I usually have float shoes here. That's the only difference. This is a really nice cuss though. I like this cuss a lot. This is a cuss Nugget used to run way back when.
Okay, interesting.
Oh, I didn't even see Salad's like chip selection. What did she choose there?
To be honest, I also missed it. I think she went in with very few chips, so that was very quick.
Okay. I was too busy looking at the cuss in the folders. Got me. I really like the choice of the crosses here. Only taking Tengu Cross from the Bowser side.
Yeah, I mean, Neryth is going for the basically maximum Gregor that we've already seen people play plenty.
My heart skipped a beat because I thought he was throwing down another another fatal grab. I was actually
one uninstalled, though Salad still has that 2x roll. She's just waiting out though. Neryth doesn't have. Oh no!
No!
I was just going to say, why is she waiting? Neryth doesn't have any defense, and there was my answer.
If this were me, I would have got hit by that.
Yeah, definitely.
I 100%. I don't have no beat. Yeesh. Yeah, feels bad, Lynn. This isn't too bad for Salad though. Oh, actually no, this is pretty horrible for Salad. No dust. Oh wait, dust is coming out now. But all this area eaten is really bad for air hockeys. Oh, we have Judgment. Everything's fine. Everything's okay.
So both sides have life rounds, so I guess this
Did
will
she
be a
make it?
staring match.
She did not make it, but we have Aura, so we're good. We're chilling.
Oh, nice.
No reason going forward. No float shoes means you're gonna be taking damage from these poison panels.
And another air grab. I guess that Meteor Knuckles is really going to be max power. And Neryth is just holding on to the space, making sure he maintains his advantage. Expecting
Coming
Tengu.
out to get its food. Okay, so you said max damage Meteor Knuckle. I thought it gets max damage when they're in corner. Does this count as well?
No, so it has to be. They have to be adjacent to one panel only. So in the middle, it doesn't give max damage, but it's very likely. It's very likely for Sol to at least step into.
I understand.
Yeah. And I mean.
Oh, we see it vanish.
Ooh. And she is going into Tengu, so she can very quickly do the back B. Oh, both sides going to Tengu. Okay.
Very nice, very nice. Oh, we're both gonna be stuck here for a little bit, staring at each other. No problem. I like these odds. Yeah, I'm not pushing buttons either. We're just gonna chill. That's fine.
Ooh.
Oh, erase my time too. Oh,
Tomahawk.
Tomahawk! Oh,
D-Cross doing a lot of damage.
that's so. Oh my gosh. Wow, they're both just mauling each other.
Yeah. And now there is the grab bench. Solid is waiting it a bit. There he goes, and then 2 area grabs as a follow-up, denying all of this area advantage that Neryth just had.
Bruh.
Getting in few ticks of damage from poison, still not bad.
Rude! Rude! Stop it!
I mean, that
Oh
did
my
do 20
gosh.
damage, so it's not nothing.
Hey, that's better than P shots, I guess. Like, you know, when your back B does damage, crazy. That's so good.
Yeah, no, unfortunately, Salad doesn't have anything to really take advantage of that area. In fact, this area is bad for Salad because it means that air hockey doesn't have the optimal hitting range.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate. But we do see Charge Cross coming out on South side, so maybe she can get some tackles in there. Of course, I don't think she's going to be able to maintain all this area for very long, not unless she can effectively camp forward. And that's unlikely on a tanky cross.
Ooh, the beast out's coming. Ooh, nice.
The anti-damage.
Yeah. Though that will still mean Salad. Oh no, she was just stepping back, which meant she didn't get trapped in there. That was very lucky for Salad.
Very lucky. Oh,
Ooh.
nice.
Oh no, and now Neryth trying to go for the back beat to get his Salad into that chip charge range, but unfortunately that also misses.
The area returning to Neryth's side once more. Q4's not going to be able to do anything on these broken panels. Going to have to wait at least a few more moments in the next turn just to get that confirmed. Is she going to take it?
Yeah,
Yeah, she's taking it. Yeah, she's taking it. I would too, honestly. It's worth the wait. Especially since you can put sensor on top of holes. This is very worth.
Wait, can you? I thought you couldn't put sensor. Oh, you can? Okay.
Sensor's going to defend her life points for a little bit longer.
Ooh! That collision though slowed down to 180! That sensor into Q4! Though that was denied by that broken panel! What happened
What a
there?
turn. I thought something crazy was about to go down. Oh my god. Yo.
What a turn! That had so many twists. I thought the game ended like 3 times when it didn't.
Yo, I was like, yo, never know. Get out of there, please. Oh man. That was hilarious. Oh man. Oh, that my
Yeah.
chest is still thumping. Like, hold on, give me a second. Woo. Okay, turn 1 life aura in slow gauge is really nice. Wow, thank you.
Ooh,
Oh,
though,
the Dolphiner
nice.
though! No, you can't hide from me. No. No, you cannot.
And now there is the Invis that Salad hoped to Prog crush on that life aura for, but now she's going to just have to take the hit.
Yeah, this Dolphunder is gonna... Dolphunder, discharge shot rather. Salad wants to camp the center, but it's kind of difficult to do with those shard shots just coming out from Electcross here. Man, these holes are really putting a damper in the strategy here with these. I would have shuffled back those air hockeys. Yeah, I think I would have shuffled back those air hockeys. I don't want to have kept them.
I mean, this area can be decent to try to connect the air hockeys with, depending on how Neryth moves.
Now, I think it's interesting here that Salad went for, because she knew these grabs were coming. I'd step back and let him get another one too.
Yeah.
There it is. Yep.
I mean, if you're playing against someone with 8 chips that can take area, you do expect area grabs to come down very quickly.
Absolutely. It's basically not even a read at that point. And this is actually really good for Salad too. Ooh, Meteor Knuckle.
So
This is even better actually.
2, 3, 4 hits, nice.
Wow.
That was above average.
That was a lot of damage. Yeah.
And now this poison,
Oh
getting
my
that
gosh,
poison
no!
pick as well.
No! Get out of there, Salad, please! Oh, yo! Neryth. Neryth, you're so mean. He's bullying. That's cyberbullying. Oh my gosh.
Although now this is the optimal hitting range, especially with Salad having the mag coil and the white pill, so this will be very painful if Salad decides to go for it.
Yeah, she's not taking the pill here. That's very interesting. Why aren't we taking the pill?
Yeah, I'm not really sure though. This can very easily miss still, so we'll see if... Oh no, that race man.
The D-cross, the damage.
And now let's see what Neryth has to follow up with. Salad's down to 170 HP. Oh no, Geddon will completely deny into machine gun. Into that meteor. I think that's enough to finish it. Yeah, that was an extra hit, which will give Neryth the game and the match.
GG. That was tough. That was a tough match for Salad.
Yeah,
That was a lot of pressure.
I mean, that first game, that was so intense. That was so crazy.
It was really good, yeah. Oh man. Woo, good games to everybody. That was a lot of fun today. Holy hell.
Yeah, this is quite the stream to start the year off with.
Yeah, absolutely.
But yeah, unfortunately that will conclude today's stream, though before we end, still have a few things to say. So for people interested in joining in next week's tournament, so we are still going to be doing All-Stars, which is the same format you've seen today. So make sure to head onto the N1GP and use exclamation New Moon over there, where you will be given all the information on how to sign up. So make sure to do that before today at 10 PM PST. And that being said, do keep an eye out because the deadline might be extended to tomorrow. So try to get in your builds as soon as possible, but the deadline might be extended. And now that we are at the end of the stream, as promised at the beginning, so just to just as a reminder to let people know, we started our Ko-Fi page to accept donations through that at the end of the last stream from last year, and thanks to all the support from everyone and all the donations, we've already met all of the goals we had set up. So I'm just going to give a shout out to everyone that donated. So obviously thank you everyone for watching the stream, and especially thank you for the people that are supporting the N1GP through donations. So thank you for Puppet for giving $3 donation. Thanks to Honor Knight and for the donation and saying thanks for making the N1GP a home for me and many others. Thank you for being a part of the N1GP. And yeah, BitMuffin we've already seen plenty of times today, so thank you for the donation. And their donation says you guys do a fantastic job. It's great to have an official avenue to give something back. Looking forward to the bright future of the N1GP community. Thank you again for donating. Enduring Grey giving $50, so thank you. Thank you again for the donation, and he says thank you for being great. Now I can help as much as you guys do work, and yeah, thanks again. Thank you too for the $3 donation. Not much, but you have to give something to this awesome community. Thank you again. Thanks to EXE Race for $10 donations, saying all the best and good luck. And thank you for Joey Cobalt giving $70 and saying all the best for future streams. And thank you again. Thanks for the big donation. Thanks to Burgerdon. Apologies if I'm saying that name wrong, so feel free to correct me if you're watching the stream on Discord. But yeah, thank you. They didn't have any comments with them. Thanks to the Django for the $3 donation as well. All donations greatly appreciated from everyone. And thank you to Ko-Fi supporter as well for $3 donation, so I can stay anonymous. Thank you for Metawolfie giving $30 donation, saying the N1GP is cool. And thank you for being part of it as well. Then Ghostly Meyer giving $207 in a donation. So that was the huge donation that basically put us over into meeting all of our goals into this year. So this is really big donation. It's really appreciated. And yeah, thank you for Z as well for giving $15 donation, saying keeping the dream alive. Thank you for being part of it as well. And yeah, obviously thank you for everyone for giving all of your donations. We've already met all of our goals. We're going to be updating the new Ko-Fi page and adding new donation incentives. So thank you everyone for donating. Any amount is really appreciated. And yeah, to end the stream with, thank you everyone for watching, and thank you for SoulXCross and Symes for joining on commentary as well. And obviously huge shout out to Salad for making this layout. I think it looked really well. And make sure to head into the NWGP feedback if you have any feedback for us. Even just commenting on the layout, what you thought would be greatly appreciated. And yeah, thank you everyone for watching the first stream of 2021. Hopefully to a good year going forward. Goodbye.